Welcome back to the Orange and Black, where we talk everything Giants using analytics, the eye test, common sense, and much, much more. My name is Sean Holloway, and today we're going to break down the Phillies series. The Giants got swept in embarrassing fashion with back-to-back walk-offs on the same day. It was a disaster class from Tony Vitello and managing the bullpen, Hector Borg being blind as a bat, and more. So let's get into it. So let's break down game by game and talk about each one and just talk about the lowlights, the highlights, the bad, ugly, whatever, right? So let's get into game one. Game one, Giants lost 7-0. They were shut out for the sixth time, which is leading the league. 2 hits, all game, horrible. Now, Malley had horrible command for 5 innings, but somehow only gave up 1 through 5 innings. Once we got to the 6th inning, though, he couldn't throw a strike, couldn't get an out, was charged 5 more runs for the game, so a total of 6 for the game, and it was a complete 6th inning meltdown. Couldn't record an out, all that. The offense couldn't back him up at all, had ugly swings, quick counts. They made Luzardo, who had an ERA near 6, at the start of the game, looked like a Cy Young candidate. Like, it was ugly. It was ugly. An ugly loss. They had 12 strikeouts, and once again, 0 walks. Wasn't close. Ugly game. It happens, but it happens way too often for the Giants, right? So now, game 2. Game 2. Giants lost 3-0 on the first game of a doubleheader. They got rained out on Wednesday. So they played 2 games today. Today's Thursday. So game 1, they lost 3-2. Now the offense got to Christopher Sanchez in the first inning and then disappeared for the rest of the game. Just completely disappeared. Now, Webb threw a complete gem. 7 innings of 1-run ball. And then the bullpen. Mainly Ryan Walker blew the game. Blew the game, as always, as typical, right? It's his 9th blown save since the start of 2025. That's tied for 4th in the same time span. Tied for 4th. And what really pisses me off is he only threw 1 slider that entire inning. 1 slider. Just nothing but sinkers. He threw, 6 or 7 straight sinkers to Bryson Stott, who eventually hit the last one to tie the game in the 9th inning. Why are you throwing nothing but sinkers? Like, throw something else. Change your eyesight. Change something to a fastball. Something. Don't keep throwing the same pitch. These hitters are way too good that they're going to make adjustments. Don't throw the same pitch time after time after time after time, because they're going to make the adjustment. They're going to just sit on that one pitch. They can eliminate everything else because they know exactly what you're going to throw. So they can sit on it and do exactly what Bryson Stott did. Get a hit, tie the game, and eventually come around to score the winning run on a little infield single. Like, come on now. Like, that's like the dumbest thing you could have done, is continuously throw the same pitch over and over and over again. The offense, after the first inning, disappeared, did absolutely nothing for the rest of the game, and yeah, they lost 3-2. Right? 10 strikeouts. Again, so in 2 games, they're already at 22 strikeouts in 2 games. That is a ton of strikeouts. And again, in game 2, 0 walks. 0. Big old goose egg. Nothing. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Now, game 3. This one really got me heated. Right? Hauser, I called it before the game. Oh, the Giants are going to lose. And they ended up losing in the most embarrassing way we possibly freaking could. But before the game, I was like, all right, do I want to watch this game? What do I want to do? Right? Hauser's going to pitch, and the first 5 pitches, what does he do? Back-to-back home runs. I was like, oh, great. Game's over before the end of, 5 pitches into the game. It's already over, right? But then I'll say I'm pleasantly surprised. He settled in nicely for the remainder of his outing. He only went 4 2/3. But then Ryan Borucki, right? Borucki at this point, right? Came in and faced Schwarber and Harper. All he needed was 1 out. 1 out. What does he do? Give up a double to Schwarber and a walk to Harper to load the bases. And then, of course, Adolis Garcia comes up where right-handers are batting over 400 with over a 700 OPS. And what did Adolis Garcia do? Hit a 2-run single like clockwork. I had no doubt in my mind what he was going to do there because right-handed hitters have done that to Borucki the entire season. So Giant Phillies take a 4-2 lead, and then in the top of the 6th, Luis Arraez hits a 2-run single to tie the game. And then in the 9th, Jung-Hoo Lee takes the lead with a 2-out RBI single to score Casey Schmidt. And there I thought, hey, the Giants might actually win this. They can't be terrorized by Ryan Walker. He already blew 1 save earlier in the day. Can't blow another one the same day. Boy, was I wrong. Keaton Winn gives up a leadoff double in the 9th, then walks the 9th place hitter. Then Trey Turner hits into a double play. I'm like, all right, they're 1 out away, man on third. They have a 1-run lead. They just need an out. Just need an out. What does he do? He faces Schwarber. No, that's a bold move. I know some people are mad at Tony Vitello for throwing to Kyle Schwarber. And to me, I'm not that upset by it. Yeah, it was kind of a bold move. Hey, you trust your pitcher, all that. I know Kyle Schwarber can be one of those dudes, and it was a very bold move by Tony Vitello to pitch to Schwarber when you had first base open. You had a lefty ready to go in the pen. You had Harper after him. I'm not that upset by it, by throwing to Schwarber. What really irks me is they threw 7 straight splitters to Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber is too good of a hitter not to make an adjustment in the middle of an at-bat. He's too good of a hitter to just flail at these pitches. He got hold of the 7th one, tied the game up, and to me, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, that's the dumbest thing you could have done, is continuously throw nothing but splitters. Throw a fastball out of the zone. Throw an off-speed pitch. Do something. Change his eye line. Like, you're throwing him the same pitch. He's going to make the adjustment. It's only a matter of time. And he did. Like, you made the same mistake in the previous game with Ryan Walker. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, that really pisses me off. It was throwing nothing but the same pitch over and over and over and over and over again. 7 straight times. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, that's the stupidest thing you could have done. Now, somehow, they get out of the 9th inning, and then in the top of the 10th inning, the Giants lose in the most embarrassing way. Ramos leads off with Gilbert at second. He hits a single up the middle off of Bryson Stott's glove into no man's land in center field. And what does Hector Borg do? Holds Gilbert at third. Because apparently Borg is blind. He's blind as a bat. And Gilbert should have scored, and he didn't. Now you have first and third, nobody out, and you have Matt Chapman coming to the plate. All you need, put the ball in play. Put the ball in play. What does Chapman do? Strikes out. Then you have Luis Arraez. Like, all right, at least we have Luis Arraez to the plate. He can make contact. He can do what he does. Put the ball in play. Score the run. Put the ball in play, hit the ball hard, line out to third. And at that point, it was game over. There's no way the Giants are going to get a 2-out hit to score Drew Gilbert. And of course, Casey Schmidt did not do that. Didn't do that. So we go into the bottom of the 10th inning where the Phillies just need 1 run. And what do? Get a bunt. And then the next guy, Alec Boehm, hits a sac fly, game over. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Like, the Giants legitimately lost 2 games in this series on walk-offs because the Giants front office, Buster Posey and company, ownership decided, hey, we don't need a closer. We're going to have closer by committee. Well, guess what? You've had these closers by committee get walked off twice. Blow saves in the 9th twice. In back-to-back games on the same damn day. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, this is the result of being cheap. This is the result of being cheap and just thinking, hey, we're just going to, we're more worried about our real estate development, our real estate portfolio, than the actual team on the field that's actually making the money. You own this franchise that's making you tons and tons of money, and you'd rather spend your money on non-baseball related things. You took on these contracts of Rafi Devers and Willie Adames and Matt Chapman, and you're deciding to say, screw it. We don't actually care about winning. We want butts and seats. We don't actually care about winning. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. This team is a dumpster fire. It's a dumpster fire. Like, there's no way around it. It is what it is. And like I said, this is a result of not spending money. They didn't spend money on a starter or starters, because you have Adrian Hauser and Tyler Mahle as your 4 and 5 starters who've been horrible. You have closer by committee who've blown. You have one guy who's blown 9 saves in a year and a month, or a season and a month, which is tied for 4th in major leagues. Horrible bullpen management. Like, why would you bring in Ryan Borucki in that situation? Like, it felt like the Giants were trying to lose those games. Trying to lose those games. Right? The Vitello had a horrible game, horrible series really, of bullpen management. It just, some of these decisions he's made, especially today, were very questionable. You're scratching your head like, what are you doing? You have more qualified guys in this bullpen to pitch in these situations. Like, you need to win against the Phillies, right? They came into the series 9-19, where they lost 9 of the last 10 games. You need to win this series. Like, you can't be embarrassed. You can't get swept, right? You need to win these games. And they did the exact opposite. They lost them. They got swept, embarrassed in the final 2 games, right? And the pitch sequences you did for Schwarber and Stott, like, why are you throwing the same pitch non-stop? Like, do you not have any other pitch? Can you, are you a 1-pitch pitcher? Like, you don't have anything off speed? You don't have anything straight? Like, do something, right? It's dumb. Like, they were trying to lose that game. And of course, obviously they did, but it felt like they were trying to lose those games, right? You had a lefty warm up to face Schwarber, but didn't use him, which is fine. Okay, normally that's what you typically do. You have trust in your guy and Keaton Wynn to get him out, but then you throw him nothing but splitters. 7 straight splitters. Like, what the are you doing? Do you think these other players are dumb? Like, do you think they're dumb? Like, what are you doing? And it's not just on the pitchers, right? The pitching staff has been, for the most part, good. Certain players have been awful and should not be put in certain positions. Like, Ryan Walker should not be a closer. Put him in the 6th, put him in the 7th, maybe in the 8th inning. He'd be fine. But you can't put him in the 9th inning. He's not a closer. Every time he goes in the closer's role, he forgets how to pitch. He becomes predictable, can't throw strikes, gives up runs, blows saves. Can't be trusted in the 9th inning. Sorry. You can't. At what point, how many blown saves do you need to have to be convinced that he's not a 9th inning guy? Because we already have a full 2025 season, and so far this year, he is not a closer. How much more evidence do you need to make him not the closer, for you to realize he's not the closer? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And again, like I said, it's not only on the pitchers. The offense has been terrible, right? Willie Adames has a batting average under 200 now. Rafi Devers, not far behind, right? He's at 205. He was at 203 in this game at one point till he got this final at bat he had was a hit. But like he's not far behind, right? You're paying a total of was that 450 or $430 million between the two of them, right? 250 for Devers and a 187 for Adames. And these are your guys, right? These are your guys who are supposed to be your big offensive numbers. And they're like, if you look at Baseball Savant, Patrick Bailey is hitting the ball better than Rafi Devers. Like, I didn't have that on my bingo card. Sorry. Like, what are we doing here? This is just embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I don't understand this offense. They're embarrassing. And there's no signs of us getting better at all, right? Especially with Rafi Devers. Like, it's just bad. At least with Bailey, it's bad, right? But he's hitting the ball hard, right? He's not striking out. He's taking his walks when he can. Lately he's been hitting the ball hard, but right at guys, right? At least there's signs of some life there with Patrick Bailey. With Rafi Devers, he's striking out, not taking his walks. He's chasing, not hitting the ball hard. Like, what is there to look for? Like, there's nothing. And it's, again, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, give him some time off. Give him some days off. Do something. Something needs to change because whatever's happening, it ain't working. Right now, they're in last place behind the Rockies. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, come on, guys. Willie Adames has 1 hit in his last 29 at-bats. He has 9 in his last 64, right? Rafi Devers has 2 hits in his last 24 at-bats, or 11 for his last 58. These guys are being paid big money to do nothing. Like, I wish I could be paid millions of dollars to be horrible at my job. Like, that would be the sweetest life. Get all this money to sit around and do nothing. So like I said, this team is a dumpster fire. This Phillies series, like if you watch me look at my tweets on X, like I went off the deep end a bit. Like I went on rage mode. I was fuming. I was angry. Like this is embarrassing, and just pure embarrassment. And like this series loss, this sweep, it just shows how frugal the Giants have been. Like this sweep is on the front office. This sweep is on Tony Vitello. This sweep is on the players, right? It just goes to show like how horrible this team is. At the beginning of the season, I thought this team, hey, their ceiling is a playoff spot, the third wild card. They can make it, right? They could work it out. If things go well, they can potentially make it. But then as the season has gone along, I think they would be lucky to win 70 games this year, right? I think the way this is going, 70 games is like right around where I think they will be. I think their max, I think their ceiling is probably like 74 games, 73, 74 at this rate. Because how long are you going to be able to do this? A month into the season. And this team has largely been carried by a bullpen that was seen as the biggest weakness on the team. Fortunately, Logan Webb threw a gem, right? Looked like his normal self. Thank God for that. Hopefully that gets him going. So we now have 3 great starting pitching. But, bring him back to the fold. But everyone else is just terrible. And you only, like I said in my previous video, like, they only have like 2 or 3 reliable arms in the bullpen. And eventually the other shoe's going to drop. So where's this team going to be at the meantime? But anyways, that's a whole nother topic. I already talked about that and stuff like that. You can go check out that video. But this is just about the Phillies. Now they're going to go play Tampa. And they're probably going to get swept again because the Giants don't know how to close out games. So should be fun because the Tampa Bay Rays, they're not struggling at all. So, yeah. With that, I'll leave it there. If you like this type of content and want to see more, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Turn on notifications and share this with everyone you know. Leave a comment section down below and tell me what you think. How bad is this team? Do you think it's going to get any better? Am I overreacting? Please let me know. I like to hear what you have to say. I do read them all, and don't forget to follow me on X and Instagram at orange_black pod. And with that, I'll see you on the next one.